Okay, sir. A very good morning to all the participants on the fourth day of AICTE sponsored short-term training program, phase 4, organized by College of Pharmacy, BELA. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to the people and things. So today we start our this expert talk of Dr. Vyas sir on the topic role of artificial intelligence in pharmacy. Before it, it's my moral duty to introduce our guest to all of you. Dr. Vyas sir is a UGC Raman Fellow, is currently working at University Institute of Pharmacy, Pandit Ravishankar Shukla University, Raipur, Chattisgarh. He did his M.Pharm in pharmaceutics from KLE College of Pharmacy, Belgaum, PhD, University Institute of Pharmacy, Pandit Ravishankar Shukla University, Raipur, Chhattisgarh, and postdoctoral research from University of Minnesota. He has qualified national level test GATE 2003 with more than 80 percentile and on India rank of 1257. He is the recipient of 8th Young Scientist Award in Medical Science of Chhattisgarh Council of Science and Technology, Chhattisgarh in 2010, and was also awarded with Young Scientist Award for Best Oral Presentation of Research Paper in National Conference organized by the PharmaNext and Medixophora in 2011 at Shimla, Himachal Pradesh. He has nearly 14 years of research and teaching experience. He has, to his credit, more than 60 research and review published in national and international journals with a cumulative impact factor of around 50. He has delivered invited talks at several conferences, workshops, and subject expert and as a resource person too. He has also visited countries, Italy, USA, Malaysia for their research presentation. He is the member of Board of Studies, University Institute of Pharmacy, Pandit Ravishankar Shukla University, Raipur, Chhattisgarh, and approved paper setter, examiner, and evaluator of various universities like Chhattisgarh Swami Vivekanand Technical University, BELA, Chattisgarh, Pandit Ravishankar Shukla University, Raipur, Jivaji University, Gwalior, MP, Vikram University, Ujjain, MP, and Rajiv Gandhi Pradyogiki Vishwavidyalaya, Bhopal, MP. He is approved PhD guide in pharmacy under Faculty of Technology at University Institute of Pharmacy, Raipur. His ongoing research project includes the major research project funded by the Chhattisgarh COST, UGC, MRP, and DST Nanomission, and has secured cumulative grant of around rupees 1.25 crore to his credit. He is a life member of APTI and IPA. His area of thrust includes development of novel doses, delivery system, formulation of poorly soluble drugs, and cyclodextrin-based delivery system. So I heartily welcome you, sir, for your expert talk on the topic of role of artificial intelligence in healthcare system. Sir, over to you.
Thank you so much for the nice introduction, Dr. Shailesh Sharma. I think I am audible now.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm sharing my screen. Give me a second. So I think the screen is visible to all of you. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir, it is visible now.
Okay. Thank you. Now we should start. A very good morning to all of you. To Dr. Shailesh Sharma, the technical people who are assisting me here, and dear participants and teachers. So today we are going to discuss on the role of artificial intelligence in pharmacy. It is in the AICTE sponsored Staff Development Program or STTP at Amar Shahid Baba Ajit Singh Johar Singh Memorial College of Pharmacy, BELA. So just before starting my presentation, I would like to share with you all the people why I have taken this topic for today's talk. As now we are seeing that the role of artificial intelligence is increasing in every field of life. So it's a right time for us, for all the people of pharmacy, to have our interference in this field and have some degree of knowledge for better future of pharmacists and better healthcare and for providing better healthcare facilities. So initially in my lecture, I will be telling you about what is artificial intelligence and what are the different parts. There are some technical terms related to artificial intelligence which may not be so useful, but they are I think they are more necessary to tell in order to understand how artificial intelligence works. Then second part of the lecture or the second part will contain about the role of artificial intelligence in pharmacy. And third, I will like to share the in third part that what we can do or what the pharmacist today as a teacher, as a student, as a researcher, as an owner of any institution, what we should do, what we can contribute. So we can contribute at every level as a teacher, as a student, as a researcher. So this the last point I will show. And I think the last slide of my presentation, that is key takeaway, will be the message I want to convey today through this platform. So let's begin. What is artificial intelligence? All of you might have heard this word artificial intelligence. So it refers to, so if we come to its definition, so it refers to any computer program or system just that does something you would normally think as intelligent in human. So a computer program will do a thing. So normally a learned man or a human can do. If computer will do the same thing, this program or this function or this system will be known as artificial. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay, okay. So this program or system is known as the program or system performed by the artificial intelligence. Means in order to do any task, you need not to think yourself. The computer will think on your behalf and perform any function. These functions can be of several types. We'll see one by one. So generally it deals with the design and application of algorithms, or in basic language you can say the programs for analysis of learning from interpreting data. Means this artificial intelligence, it is a program, it learns itself. It learns through the data, but it even learns itself like a child learn in our home, and it interprets the data what it gains through input and perform the function. This is what artificial intelligence in simple word is. So we can see some of the advantage of artificial intelligence is wireless technology, that is mobile, satellite phone, Bluetooth, and so. It's miniaturization, it's making the thing small, like pulse oximeter. It's a very common example now in the COVID pandemic. Chips, SIM card of the phone, inbuilt memory chips, and so on. It has a computational power and machine learning architects. These are more fueling example or development for more sophisticated and powerful AI tools or algorithms. So this AI is a mixture of many branches. Generally, it encompasses stats, machine learning, pattern recognition, clustering logic, and probability theory. These are the main branches on which the artificial intelligence work. As well as if we want to use this artificial intelligence in biological field, then biological motivated approaches such as artificial neural network, Fuji logic, genetic algorithm, genetic programming, evolutionary programming, and evolution strategy will come into the picture. So I highlighted artificial neural network ANN in Fuji logic. So I will just give a brief explanation of these two biological approaches which are very commonly used in uh, healthcare system or in biology. So these there are other approaches also, but in order to just have an understanding of how they work, we'll see these two. Earlier, these computational techniques are used in computer science. Before some decades, 2 or 3 decades before, electronics, communication, engineering to solve many problems. But nowadays, we are using these techniques in drug discovery and design. And this is done from last 2 decades. It has tremendously increased. We'll see. AI versus ML. So AI is artificial intelligence, and another word you might have heard is machine learning, which is very common nowadays. So are they same? What is the difference between them? So generally, people who are more techno savvy, they might have heard these three words: artificial intelligence, that is AI; ML, that is machine learning; and third is IoT, which is known as Internet of Things. So right now, I am telling about AI and ML. Internet of Things we'll see later on. So what is the difference between artificial intelligence and machine learning? So generally they are almost similar. You can say that they both work under a common umbrella. Okay, but depending upon their roles and responsibility, they vary little bit from each other. Generally, they are based on tools and techniques and end results, because what the tools AI used, some different tools will be used by machine learning. So here tools means programs or algorithms. The techniques which are used by in artificial intelligence and some other technique will be used in machine learning, and the end results. So if you do any work or perform any work, you'll get a result. So from AI, you will get a different set of things, and from machine learning, you will get a different set of things. This is the basic difference between two things. We'll see the small differences. It is machine learning, learn a new things from from the data. So when you are working on a platform of machine learning, so you need to feed the data. So depending upon the data, the machine you have to make the machine learn, like photo recognition system. However, in case of artificial learning, it prioritizes on the chances of succeeding over accuracy. Machine learning focus on accuracy of data, while artificial intelligence take a decision based on that data. It is just like accuracy and precision we have seen in our pharmacy also in case of instruments. Machine learning know algorithms and data tools like TensorFlow, while for working in an AI platform, you need to know about Java, C++, software development, and other software development. So we can see this two job roles get the same output using different methods. Means output is same. What is output? Output is to make any work easier, faster, or automatic by its own. So both machine learning and artificial intelligence will help us to make the system smart, system fast, and to do any task by its own. But they work on different platforms. This is the basic difference between both of them. So there are various categories within AI, because today we are speaking upon artificial intelligence. So I will have more. I will keep my focus more on artificial intelligence. Generally, there are 5 subcategories, but you can see that in the picture I have mentioned the 5 subcategories, that is ML, VS, SML, DL, and NPL. While you can see the text, there is one more extra thing, that is robotics and IoT. So robotics and IoT means Internet of Things. This is some of the researcher or some of the academicians they think that it is a part of deep learning, while some of things that it is a part of subsection of AI. So I had not included in figure, but for the sake of understanding, I have mentioned it text. So we'll see one by one. The first subcategory is machine learning. So what is a machine learning? So it helps or enables a algorithm or a program to develop the ability to learn a new task and perform it without explicit commands. So if you give a data or if you feed a program in any computer for any task, so it will develop the ability of that machine, because machine does not work by itself. There are two things. So say your computer contains two things. One is hardware, one is software. So if you don't have software, your computer will not show any display, and if you don't have hardware, the software cannot do any work. So this is the combination of two things, of hardware and software. Same here in machine learning, there are two things: machine or mechanical parts and algorithms or programs. So these programs in machine learning that develop the ability to learn new task and perform it without any assistance. So you can say that it is just like mimicking human brain, but can potentially reach to decision much faster and more accurately. Just like if you are doing any task, or a small children is doing any task, say opening a fridge in the home. So first he don't know how to open where the door, But when he will see you or your mother opening the fridge, he will learn, okay, oh, this is how the fridge is open, or this is how the lock is open, and he will learn by that. So same, this machine learning or the programs, they learn through input data or algorithm, but their learning capacity is much more thousand or lakhs of times more faster than human brain. So this is the difference. Second is virtual screening. So it means it has a predictive capacity to examine a large library in silico. So in order to make any machine working, you need to feed the data or library. So the library contains number of things, n number of things. Okay, if you see yourself from morning to night while sleeping, you do n number of activities. You get up, you do brush, you take bath, you study, you drive car, you drive bike, you use a phone, you use computer, you do your job what has been assigned to you, and n number of things you do. You play, and you see TV, you watch news, you read paper. So different tasks you do in daily. So you have means, but you don't feel it because you think, oh, it's very natural. But for a machine doing all this thing, it need a data. So this library or data is very large. So this virtual screening, it has a predictive capacity to examine this large number of data while making any thing do with the machine. Third is SML, that is supervised machine learning. It is solely based on input data to generate a predictive model. So what the data or library has been given to it, when any action is performed, it will generate a model how this work will do. Or you can say that machine make its plan how the machine is going to perform that particular given task. Next is deep learning, which is very important. What do you mean by deep learning? Deep learning is, it is a subset of machine learning, and it learns through an artificial network of unstructured data. So deep learning, when you search Google or when you will do Google, you will do Google. So deep learning is the highest, or I should say the hottest topic in the field of artificial intelligence. So deep learning is just like we say people, they are genius in our field or in human beings. So deep learning is just like genius in machines. So they are akin to biological, or they are same as biological neural network which is there in our brain, but it includes a combination of separate layer of calculation along with combined signals. So just this is how those who are from biology field, or those who have run function of brain, they might know that how information flows in the body. So same like that, in deep learning, the biological or artificial neurons work, and they generate separate layer of calculations. Next is NPL, is natural language processing. It focuses on designing of software and application and enables the computer to understand and process human language. Generally, it is based on computer science and linguistics. So it is a program, or it is a method by in which the humans or the software engineer, they make program for the machine, that how the machine will learn. If you speak anything, you have very common tool you have seen, that Google Talk. So whatever you talk, the Google will write it and find it from the internet. So this is how. So what you are talking means, if you will say in English or in Hindi or in any other your regional or mother language, the computer can understand all of the language. So it's miracle. So this is one of the example of natural language processing. So they make computer understand, or they make it learn to read the things what the user want, and based on that they will perform. So generally it is based on both linguistic as well as on computer science. And the last thing which is not included here in the figure is robotics and IoT. So robotics and IoT, they are an important part of deep machine learning. So it deals with integration of device to collect, combine, and share different type of information. So the example of robotics, you might be know that robots are performing operation, robots are doing securities. And what is Internet of Things? Internet of Things means any program which learn or which depend upon internet. Say your security system at home. So when you are in your office or in your college, you can see what your son is doing or what your maid is doing. Generally, we used to do this type of things. Another system is that firefighting system. So if there is smoke, the smoke detector will detect the scale, and based on the internet, the your will come out from the spout, and it will close the fire. Another important example is setting the temperature of air condition from your office. So if you are seeing that your son is sleeping at the home and it is cold, so you can set the temperature of your AC based on internet Wi-Fi. So these are the Internet of Things, and these are the programs with Internet of the Things. Coming to the next slide, this is artificial neural network. So it is one of the program. I have just told you in the beginning that we are going to discuss two of the program, artificial neural networks and Fuji logic. So how this works. So the psychologist Frank Rosenberg, he was first to invent the artificial neural network, and he named it perceptron, means having perception, in 1985. And these artificial neural networks consist of small processing units called as P, or you can call them artificial neurons. Why artificial neurons? Because they just behave like neurons in our brain. They conduct the information from one place to another. So these ANS models have pattern recognition capabilities, means they can recognize any pattern similar to like neurons in our body. So you can say that when you touch fire, you will just put your hand back, especially in children when they are newly introduced with fire. If something dust is coming, you will just close your eyes. So this is the recognition capability, reflexes. By this reflexes, this is the same how the computer learns. It receives inputs from many external sources. They process these inputs which are received from external sources, and based on this information, they take their decision and draw conclusion even with incomplete information, which is the most important. So these ANS are highly advanced program. Even they can draw the conclusion or they can complete the task without incomplete information. So machine learns by its own. So they stimulate human brain, learn from its experiences. So just like human being learns from its experience, when you go for swimming, learning swimming. So what do you do? So you, in the first chance, you will not able to swim, but so and so on, by trying and trying, by doing experience, you learn. So this is how the machine also started learning, and the process we are trying here, and how they learn, the machine learn through data modeling and pattern recognition. So based on the data which has been fed to they model the data, वो data को change करते रहते हैं. तो data के नए नए models बना देते हैं, do any work when they observe the previous pattern what has been done by them. So this is how they learn. ANS can work from multivariate and multi-response problems, like especially like quantitative structural activity relationship, SAR, pharmacokinetic studies, and structural prediction in drug development. These are the important fields, or you can say the hot fields in which we are taking the use of artificial intelligence or artificial neural network in pharma field. Again, a good thing is Google DeepMind. So if you do Google, if you Google this term DeepMind, you'll see a lot of literature. So this DeepMind is the highest advanced technology available on this planet for artificial intelligence. This is the hottest topic nowadays. It is the best example of artificial advanced neural network, and this is think by the scientists that it will be future of machine learning. So this through this DeepMind technique, they have made a program that is known as AlphaGo. So AlphaGo is a program. So this AlphaGo program is able to play Chinese board game whose name is Go. And the good thing about this AlphaGo computer-based program has defeated all the masters or grandmasters in China on this Chinese board game. So this is how machine is so perfect. It's learning by own. This is the beauty of this program, that is DeepMind program. Another, now the Google is thinking to focus this DeepMind program from games to science, and especially in healthcare and particularly in biology, and that will have a real impact. And the other fields in which they are trying it or they are working are physics and global warming. So the three hot topic on which the Google is working through this artificial intelligence program or technique, that is deep learning, is deep mind learning, that is biology, physics, and global warming. So it will be, if they get success, it will be one of the miracle in the field of health sector. So you see that how it's just a pictorial view or representation of different layer of neurons which are present in this artificial learning system. We'll see that neurons and synapses. So you know that synapses in our brain, they are just like here you have a synthetic synapse. They are connected artificial neurons, and they serve as connector. And what does they do? They just allow to transfer the information from one platform or one synapse to another synapse. Any information or signal, they perform calculation and create new neuromorphic chips. What this neuromorphic chips? Just like in our brain, you make a plan. So here they make a chips, or these chips are imaginary chips. These are not chips hardware. These neuromorphic chips are chips made of numbers or codes, and these codes and these neuromorphic chips help them to understand image, sound, and to respond the change in data. We'll see that neuron and synapse process information through distinct lines. It is a very crude description, and actually it is a very fine and complex one, but in order to make it understand, they have make it simpler. So there are three things when you are dealing with machine learning. First is input layer, hidden layer, and output layer. And these three layers, they work together to produce or present any one system or any one program. So here you can see in the picture. So first you can see that there are number of pictures which are being served as input data in the computer. Okay. So initially you can see the above picture. You can see that number of faces. So just you will feed all these faces through input layer in the computer. So this is known as learning. This process is known as learning. A neural network gets to know faces, trains itself on perhaps millions of examples before it can pick out an individual picture from a crowd or a cluster of landscape. So initially, you made the computer learn by putting so many pictures. So how it will work now? It will distribute that picture in thousands of small parts. For example, the position of nose, the position of your face, the position of your cheeks, the angle of your eyes, the color of eyes, and different position on of your face will be now distributed into small information, and this will go into the hidden layers. Now, after making the system learn, you will give him a face. Okay, so find this person from the video, or find this person on the road. If you are working on a live camera or live traffic, if you want to find any person, just you have seen in the movies how they used to see the person or track any criminal out of there. So now it will start learning, recognizing. It will input the input of face into network is analyzed by each layer before the network gets the correct picture from the cluster of pictures. So these hidden layer, you can see that. So it will do the calculation. It will work on the shape of the teeth, shape of the mouth, eyes, and so on. The different small parts of the brain it have done, and you will get okay. So if from the input picture many pictures may be similar, they look alike. So, but machine learning has learned to this layer, and the output he will say, okay, he is the person Joe, and he is standing there, or he is there in that picture. So you can see this beautiful representation how the machine is getting learned by itself, is learning itself, and how it is giving the result. So this technique is an example of facial recognition. You might have heard at airport in Dubai and some countries they had started facial recognition. You need not to vary your photograph with the photograph that is pasted on your passport. So a digital database will be there, and you will get through. So it will save your time. So this is one of the example, best good example. So again, coming to this more detailing of this layer. So what does this three layer do? The input layer deals with the input information and pass the encode and numeric data to the hidden layer. Input layer means feeding the data inside it. What the hidden layer will do? The hidden layer consists of multiple layer and filter plans, and apply a different transformation to the input data to some output layer can use it. So it will process the information, or it will break the information into small parts and will store it. And again, these stored information are ready to use as an output data. So what the output layer will do? Output layer will use this data. It will receive and collect the information from previous layer, that is hidden layer and input layer, and it transmit to give a result or a designated data. Okay, so this is the picture. So the name of this person is Joe. He worked there. He lived there. So thus we can see the analogy in general. The input layer, they are researchers. Like when most of we are here on the platform are teachers. So we'll just set with a example of a PhD student. So when you get a PhD student, what you give him a task and ask him to gather the data, or ask him to find a topic on that. So they will gather the data, they analyze the data, they will interpret the data, and he will collect all the raw information and bring it to the guide. Okay, sir, I have got this. I can work on emulsion, I can work on tablet. So this is what. So what? So again, teacher is here the hidden layer. You can act as a hidden layer, or you can have an analogy like a person who makes wine year. It will extract good substance from quality grapes and use them to create the best wine out of it. What the guide do? Okay, guide will see all the literature survey done by the student. Will say, okay, from all the system, okay, you work on emulsions. Now, what on emulsions? So this is the problem in emulsion. So say AX emulsion have a stability problem. So we work on that. So from all the raw data the student has brought, the teacher or the hidden layer has given him a problem or given him a task by identifying from his experience. Now, what will be the output? The output is like a corporate secretaries. They sometimes receive message and instruction from different callers, like client, employees, people from business, and so on. So now the student will work according to the guidance provided by the guide, and what the result he will get? He will get the publication or patent, or he will have his final thesis in a bind form based on working on that idea. So it is just like output layer. He got something. So this is how the artificial neurons or synapse work. It is the simple example. What are the advantages of this neural networks? They have ability to deal with complex real world applications. They have ability to deal with incomplete and minor variation in the data, which is known as noisy data. They have ability to learn and adapt. They have ability to generalize the things. Apart from that, they have high fault tolerance. They are more rapid and efficient in comparison to humans. They are flexible and easy to maintain. These are the example of the neural network program. So here you can see in the picture I have this we have feed a picture of a dog and a cat in an input layer, and then they are a hidden layer. So whenever you can from a group of animals, you will ask, okay, what is the name of this animal? It will analyze from its input data and input say, okay, this animal is dog. Computer can recognize, or the machine can recognize, or a robot can recognize. Okay, from out of these all the creatures, which creature is named as dog? Now another program, it is the Fuji logic. So this is another set of programs like just like artificial network, which work on artificial intelligence. In Fuji logic, it is a different platform. It is a science of reasoning, thinking, and interference that recognize the use of real world phenomena. Everything is a matter of degree. In the logic, Fuji logic is a form of many valued logic in which the true variables may be a real number between 0 to 1. So here all things are based on the number. So, and it is more closer to the real thing. So every activity has been given a value between 0 and 1, or some of the scientists say it is between 0, mu, and 1. If you see some definition of Fuji logic on internet, you will find the value between 0, mu, and 1, and or inclusive of both. It is employed to handle with concept of partial truth, whether the truth may range between the complete truth and complete false. So this is how it works. Or when it is converted into numbers, because these concepts the machine will not understand. So obviously you need to convert it into a number. So 1 means absolute truth, means fact, it is done, it is completed, and 0 means absolute falseness means it is not done. So based on the programs, the program will produce a number for any activity, and based on that number, the computer or the machine will learn itself, make a model, and say that okay, this thing is that, or this is not dog, or this is not cat, or okay, this is 100% a dog, or this is 100% not a cat. This is how it works. Fuzzy logic can be especially useful in describing target properties for optimization. This is the one of the example we used to use in pharma field, that is target property for optimization. Another common examples or application of Fuzzy logic is facial recognition pattern, working of AC, smart ACs, smart washing machine, anti-skid braking system of four-wheelers and two-wheelers, transmission system, control of unmanned helicopter, optimization of power systems. So this is the common example of Fuji logic. The basic steps for Fuji set is arranging the input and output data set, clustering the output set, map the Fuji inputs to the output, identify the significant variable, and use the rule-based interfaces. So this is the program. It is not, we need not to learn it. I just want I'm sharing these details, means it is not so. When you hear a machine a term known as artificial intelligence, say you are sitting in a group of engineers, all of your friends are engineers and they are talking, you said, oh, artificial intelligence is a very big thing. It's not very big thing. It's a logical thing, and we can also learn it. We'll see that what message I want to give today through this lecture. So this is the two common platform. Apart from that, we have seen there are another genetic programs which are used for health sectors. Now coming to what is the role of it in pharmacy. There is pharma and AI in 2020 and beyond. Because why I have chosen 2020? Because the use of AI in pharma has started just 2 decades before. And right now in the current scenario, it is going to be more faster. So over the last several years, the use of artificial intelligence in pharma and biomedical industry has gone from science fiction to science fact. So previously we think it's a fiction, but now it is a fact. You can say that those who we have seen movies that a human being can fly without the help of helicopter. So now you can see that the machines have been made. You can see a lot of YouTube video, and you can also observe this. You can also use this facility in tourist destination like Andaman Nicobar and other tourist destinations. You can fly over with the use of machine. And if you have recently seen the news or heard the news that Israel has a made a technology, so in which what they will do, they will fly from their ship to the ship which is already sailing in the sea. So they can, if any ship is hijacked, they can make it free. So they can fly like a bird with the help of force. The video is already there on the internet. You can see that. So previously it was, we think that if we want to fly, we can only use that hot air balloon or helicopter or a rocket or plane. But now an individual can fly by the use of machine. So it, from fiction, it has converted into the fact. From the also, it is estimated that the this AI in drug discovery will be the projected marketed volume is reaching around $10 billion by 2024. So this is how, and because of this pandemic, so many companies have started working on that. We'll see some examples that how because of this pandemic, a more stress on AI in health sector has been given. And AI is showing promising growth in life science and healthcare. And the major companies like Bristol Myers have recently announced a artificial intelligence partnership, and a global AI healthcare market is set to hit by $13 billion by 2025. This is a huge amount. So, what is the impact of this AI, especially on a pharmacist? We can say that some of the fields I have highlighted here. That the impact of AI is aid the pharmacist in patient care decision. So, with the use of AI, the pharmacist is able to come on some decision for patient care. It provides information in visually and digestible, easily interpretable. There are a number of diagnostic results we are not able to understand. We have to bring a long reports. We have to see the reference. So it will be very easily available. It helps to receive the continuous diagnostic surveillance. Now, what the patient is there, so you have to do the test so many times. So, say take the example of COVID. So initially, what we are doing that we are to in order to check the post-COVID effect after a person is recovering from COVID, he again need to go for blood test, see that whether the D dimer and other things are in the sugar and all things are in proper. So there will be continuous surveillance through this AI technique. It enables emergence of software platform designed for patients with chronic disease to be used in medication. So people who are suffering from chronic disease like cancer, like diabetic, hypertension, lifestyle disease, obesity, and so on. So in this, it will help to give new heights to the medication therapy depending upon the day-to-day condition. अभी आप क्या डॉक्टर को जाते हैं 6 महीने में एक बार साल भर में दिखाते हैं. Now it will with the use of this AI technique. So you have seen the one example, the smart watches. They continuously take your sugar level or oxygen level and blood pressure and heart rate and so on. Enable the digital therapeutic into patient care. So by the use of this, the digital therapeutic will enter into the patient care. We'll see the what market is saying. So big pharma investment in artificial intelligence. Here I have taken a graph of 10 largest pharmaceutical companies by revenue. So they have done or the partnership with different artificial intelligence to leverage the opportunities in technology percent. So here I want to make one thing. So all these pharma techniques, they have basic knowledge of drug, patient, clinical trials, pharmacology, but they don't have any knowledge of device, machine learning, and AI. So therefore they had to rely on the engineers for that. Okay, so here you can say the top 10 companies, pharmaceutical companies we have selected. Here is Roche, Johnson, Novartis, Pfizer, Merck, Sanofi, AstraZeneca, GSK, AbbVie, and Bristol Myers. They are world leaders in healthcare technology, but they don't know anything about the artificial intelligence or how to make the system smart, how to improve the diagnostic tools and all. So because of that, they need to take the example of this AI companies. So the major AI companies are IBM Watson, you might have, but Berg, atom-wise, path, IL, numerate, requisition, and you can see that these are different colors at the bottom. If you can see that how many three colors which are designating target discovery, drug discovery, and development, which is showing the phase. So you can say that a light pink color of GNS healthcare. So it is dealing with target discovery, where to put the drug. Okay, and a large portion you can say that it's somewhat dark gray, like birds, atom wise, and path. They are dealing with drug discovery, and very few companies, two or three, like Snaps and Peritron and Quantum Black, they are dealing with development phase of this. So this is an overall picture. Big pharma leaders, they are investing in AI, or they are collaborating with AI, and uh, this shows the impact of the coming time. So how the pharma sector will be affected by AI. Another graph is showing that uh, the stages of various companies across the world. So it shows what are the different companies which are giving the AI inputs to the pharma companies. So you can see that uh, it has been divided into two parts, where the first part shows the target discovery, which again it is subdivided into identification and validation. These are the part of target discovery. Drug discovery means identification and optimization parameters. Drug development means preclinical and clinical trial. And post-approval means compliance monitoring, patient monitoring, and market optimization. While on the y-axis, you can say that literature, scientific data, patient data, and healthcare outcome. You can see that n number of companies, and all of these companies are AI companies which are especially dealing in pharma sector or health sector. So these are the levels where these companies are there. So initially, that is in drug discovery, it is identification and validation. You can see Avid Science, Mercaps, Berg, BioXcel. While in the middle drug discovery, the companies which are dealing is Materials, Plex, PostSynap, Insistro, Healthex. While in development phase, there are the companies, the major leader is PharmaNext, Surgico, Image, Rival, and Synthetica. But in post-approval, that is the final phase, because it is the last phase which have cleared all the phase, and the drug is about to come in the market, or the technique is about to come. That is why it includes a few companies like Prosix, Zephyr, and Biofumeris. So this is the scenario how the AI companies are participating in pharma sector, and how they are in leading it. Another graph, it will show, it's a simple version of the previous graph. So here you can see that here the dimensions are same on both the sides, but we'll see it is showing with very less example. For you can see that in silico medicine, the company deals with in silico medicine, offering R&D spends, and one of the platform for multi literature source the omics data to support the target drug discovery. So this is an artificial intelligence company which is supporting for the generation of data for target drug discovery. Here again you can see that Berg's it works on interrogative biology platform and interrogates multiple omics data set from health, disease, patient to identify biomarkers. So it has a specialization in working the biomarkers. Depending upon that, it can diagnose whether the drug is acting or not, or which disease is coming into. For various diseases, there are various biomarkers which are generated, which can be seen through blood testing. And another company is Atomwise. It is one of the most leading AI companies working in pharma field. It works on platform AtomNet platform, and it incorporates information, protein structure, experimental data to support the drug candidate identification and optimization of toxicity prediction. Another company, AQ it work on smart devices like a smartphone and camera to monitor the compliances. How means depending upon the data generated from these mats, whether the system is releasing that amount of drug or not. Again, the important role is played by IBM Watson. So they just work on treatment selection and outcome. So they are current field is breast cancer and antidote, which work on match to patients to trials. So matching the patients, healthy volunteers, and uh, diseased persons, and how the trials are going on, whether the results are matching or not. So all the clinical data, they are compiling it, or they are arranging it, this antidote. So this is how this company works. So now the health sector area is not a domain of pharma people only. So AI people or engineer people also have intervention in that and to make the health facilities more better. What are the general benefits of AI in pharma? So if there is a coming future, if there is a major intervention of artificial intelligence sector, what would be the general benefits? So we can just speed up the process by managing large volume of data. So every one of you might have heard that from a new drug takes almost 20 or 30 years from laboratory to come into the market, because they need to do a number of study, a large number of data need to be done through experiment. It should be validated, then it should be placed in front of the FDA or people who give approval. So it's a large task which is done by humans, so that takes too much time. So it can be reduced, it can be done fast. Used to reshape the key shape of trial design, especially of clinical trials in neurological therapeutics. It helps in optimizing the manufacture replaced by order process that typically rely human interpretation or input, eliminating the possibility of human. There are a number of processes in drug development which needs a human intervention. For example, you can see that if an industry is making tablet, so now what they have to do, from the batch, the sample need to be collected by the designated person and has to get it tested before the packing. So it is a human intervention, and there are a number of steps where human intervention is in. If we develop the AI, this human intervention will be decreased, can be decreased, and obviously if human intervention is there, there is possibility or 0.1% chance is there for human error. But when AI techniques will be there, this chance will reduce to some more extent. Identifying the marketing techniques that attacks the customer. It is a benefit for the people or the companies who are involved in it. Health sector is a very sector which involves a lot of money. So obviously, the people who are spending, they need their money back. So they are also working on the techniques which can we can attack the customers. Optimize the manufacturing of drug and related product by reducing the need of human intervention. So again, they are advancing the drug manufacturing process by decreasing the human interventions, providing a better understanding of relationship between the formulation and process parameters. Now, formulation parameters and process parameters and all, you can say the optimization is a bit still big task. Even though we have software like Design Expert, I got to know about the Dr. Manju Singh has explained you yesterday or day before yesterday about expert design. So how to reduce the number of experiment by use of these 3D techniques or through this expert design. So the same, this is one of the example. This is how you can reduce the intervention, reduce the waste and design time. So it will again reduce the time which is generally used for designing the strategy, improve the quality control, predictive maintenance, and reuse of the drug. So all these uh, are the very common benefit of use of artificial intelligence in pharma. A number of benefits we already are using. We'll see this in the coming slide. Now, okay, so if all things we look like that with the machines, everything will go so smooth and everything will go so fast. So then what is the problem? What is the problem? Where we are lagging behind. So what is the problem? These are the barriers which are barriers to implementing AI in pharma. These are the barriers which need to be resolved. So I'll have a quick review on this barriers. So the survey show that the number of companies who are investing in this AI technology, they have reduced 23% in 2018 to 19% in 2020. Why they have reduced? Because they found that AI is too complex, or they don't know from where they have to start. Because the people dealing in health sector now, especially in production of medicine or development of medicine, they are from the pharma. They don't have the knowledge of artificial intelligence. They have knowledge of biochemistry, they have knowledge of pharmacology, they have knowledge of pharmaceutics, they have knowledge of engineering drawing, but they don't know anything about artificial intelligence. That is why their interest is low. They don't know from where they have to start. Another barrier is company infrastructure. If we show that all the companies which are set up in the world, not in India, through the globe, their infrastructure is for production and research level. They don't have a infrastructure for AI development of programs. So what do now if a big company is there, it will have its R&D. So what is there in R&D and F&D? They will the lab is there and they work practically on a pilot scale or a laboratory scale to derive the result of some software they might use like design experts or dissolution software, biopharmaceutical software. But for introduction of this, the company need to a office just like a corporate office of computer software. They need a large number of machines. They need a large number of people dealing in program. They need to know about the programming languages. So they have to change or shift their infrastructure. Again, recruiting and retaining data scientists with AI is still task because companies already paying so much to the pharmacists or people who are working in F&D or production and so on. Again, they have to hire another person like computer engineer. They have to hire in order to make or do research on this. So again, it will be a big burden. So all these costs, where it will come from? It will come from the medicines which are selling in the market. So again, their input will be there. So because of this, the cost of the medicine, the cost of the medicine or the cost of the treatment may increase. And a very important parameter or barrier I would like to mention here is the regulatory framework on data collection. In India, we don't have so much regulatory or so strong regulatory concerns over data collection, but in foreign Europe and other countries, they have very strict rules for data collection or showing the information or sharing the data of a patient without information. So these, apart from this, the two other barriers are direct use of AI. Some people feel that with the use of AI, that job will be reduced, so it will cause unemployment throughout the world. Then sharing of data means if I am working here in US, for example, and another person working in Africa, and third person is working in Asia, and fourth person is working on any other continent of the world, how they will share their data? A large number of data. All these countries or all these zones, they have different rules and laws. So all these rules and laws should be made at a common platform. There should be a proper transparency. And this data should be put towards, this data should be shared depending on, because number of drugs have different action, and these data should be sent to the scientist who will peer review this data, because if we not peer review the data, the result will be faulty. In order to have the data peer review, the all data should be gathered at one time. So you need to be share all the, you cannot show जैसा अभी चल रहा है इन पेंडेमिक, कोई देश बोल रहा है हमारे यहाँ 2 लाख मरे, कोई बोल रहा है 4 लाख मरे, लेकिन ग्लोबल एजेंसी कह रही कि नहीं सब झूठ बोल रहे हैं. So again there will be a problem. So data sharing and transparency in data sharing is very important for uh, having the implementation of AI in the pharma field. Again, data privacy, again, it is a big deal here. We doesn't consider it so much, but in number of countries, there are very stringent rules for data privacy. So what the data का किसी person को कोई बीमारी है, तो you cannot, without his consent, you cannot leak his data कि इस person को हम ये दवाई दे रहे हैं, इसको ये reaction हुआ है नहीं आगे. This data privacy again is a very big problem. So globally, we need to arrive to a conclusion to work on this barriers. So these are very important barriers throughout the world, and companies, pharmaceutical companies, health companies, they are dealing with it, and they want to get a proper solution of all these problems. We'll see what are the recent AI adoption in pharma field. So just I have highlighted some of the companies which these uh, companies are working or they had already in a state to launch their product. So Novartis, it used to predict untested component research should be explored with some new cures. IBM Watson, they help in matching the patient with right drug trials. World Genomics, they are predicting the effect of new treatment for patients suffering from Alzheimer's disease. Bayes and Merck algorithm to identify pulmonary hypertension. Tencent holding levers to remote monitor patient with Parkinson's, and so on. You can see a list is there. Apple to screen the children for autism, and DeepSeek to proactive find the drug trial candidate. So these are the already program which are already program, or which these are the adoption of AI which are already going on. The pharma sector is already invested, and fruitful results are coming on. But few of them are already in the market, and few of they are waiting for regulatory approvals for bringing the product into the market. So this is the recent adoption in pharma sector nowadays. So what is the application of this this AI in pharma field, which are in different fields? So what the applications are already told. So I have just tried to summarize in a single slide. For example, if you are people of pharma working in industry and working particularly in area of drug discovery. So you can use your IA for screening of drugs, drug designing, repurposing of drug, and polypharmacology. If you are a person working in a pharmaceutical product development, then nano robots of drug delivery, controlled release of insulin, combination drug delivery, nanomedicines, these are the field where you can use the AI. Drug synergism and antagonism prediction, another field where you can use the AI. Medical diagnosis in a huge field, an emerging field, diagnosis and clinical diagnosis and medical diagnosis. Again, AI can be used here. Research and development in quality control, a number of quality control and quality assurance parameters are there, and there is a lot of human intervention is there. By the use of this, we can decrease the intervention and we can make the process automated and fast. Pharmaceutical manufacturing, already we have lot of machine and lot of automation process in pharmaceutical manufacture. Like clinical application, you can see that radiology, oncology, cardiology, gastroenterology, ophthalmic surgery, all these are the major fields in which AI can be used. Drug prescription and precise medicine. So this is the summary of all the areas of pharma, especially pharma people who, where we can use, or there is a need to use the AI in order to make the process very fast. I think my time is over, so I will try to sum up in 5 to 7 minutes. So another, these are special, or you can say very particular application of AI in pharma field. I'm just highlighting them because already we have discussed. In manufacturing, we have seen quality control, reducing the designing time, and so that in processing of biomedical and clinical things, again in drug discovery to find the drug target in case of a rare disease and personal modification. And for example, you might have heard about the term chronobiology. So what say chronobiology say? Chronobiology say that if you are a hypertensive patient and if you are taking the medicine, then there is a time based on this science chronobiology. There is a time when you take the medicine, at that time it will be more effective for them. This is not personalized medicine. There are now of, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अभी हमको बुखार आता है तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं, सब लोग पैरासीटामोल लेते हैं जब बुखार आता है, या अगर हाइपर टेंशन है तो एक गोली सुबह ले ली हाइपर टेंशन की, एक शाम को ले ली. No, but the chronobiology say no. Depending, it is a science. It will collect the data and say that if you take the drug at 4 o'clock in the evening or early morning at this time, the drug will affect more. But it varies from person to person. So this is called personalized medicine, and it will especially, okay, hypertension is not so big problem nowadays, but special disease or very rare disease, genetic disease, in that case you need to follow this technique and you can have a wonderful results. So next, another field is formulation control for immediate release in tablet. Now already we are using for in vitro release and for distribution of drug in hydrophilic polymers. For product development, ANS models have been already used in microemulsion based drug delivery systems. In clinical trial research, again a lot of companies are using this AI technique to interpret the data and to share the data, or to see or categorize the data depending upon the needs. In radiology and radiotherapy, we have seen that Google DeepMind help working, because one of the best example is if anybody has a concern, they need to go a therapy known as radiation. So in that case, what happens? So the radiation. So if you have a little knowledge about the radiation in cancer therapy, what they say, you find the best doctor. Why best doctor is because the radiation, the whole radiation therapy depend upon the amount and the accuracy. इसको हम बोलते कला है. जैसे आप टेबलेट, जब आप लोगों ने टेबलेट पढ़ा है, अपन लोगों ने टेबलेट पढ़ा है, तो हम ये वर्ड जो कला है, जो स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट है, इसको कहाँ यूज करते हैं? इनको यूज करते हैं कोटिंग में. Coding is an art of technology. Person as experienced as a person, as good he monitors or he get expertise on the coding of the tablet. Same here in radiology or radiotherapy, or especially radiation therapy. So the instrument cannot do anything. All data need to be calculated. How much amount, how much area, what should be the strength, how much the time of the experience. It all should do is done by the human being. It is fed by a human being into the machine or the radiologist. So it is the whole thing which depends on his expertise. But when we'll connect this technique with AI, artificial intelligence, then no need to go or find a expert doctor in it. Any based on this program or algorithms, any new normal technician can do that task here. So the tasks which come to the expertise which come to a doctor from years of working, this can be summarized and it can be performed in a very easy way. This is the advantage of AI. Another is predicting treatment results. predicting biomarkers. So again, it is a good thing. Predicting biomarkers is a new field. Predicting biomarkers for a number of diseases. When disease occur in our body, there is a biomarker released. So this is not the biomarker of the herbal drug I am talking about, or the quality assurance of the drug. Here, the predictive biomarkers deals with the biomarkers released when a disease condition occur in the body. So it can be used if you see the precise if you are able to target the or identify the precise biomarker for a disease, then just by blood sample we can know that okay, there is a possibility that heart is functioning with a low rate, or liver is functioning with a low rate. It can be done in a click of the seconds. A small electronic health records. Again, we are using the smart technology like email, the digital clocks, and so on to keep the health records through electronic system. And epidemic outbreak prediction, just like if we have all the data from satellite, historical information, wave, and real time and social media, then there is a chance that this epidemic can be predicted long before, and people can be isolated from them, or we can find a way to restrict this outbreak of the epidemic like corona happened this time. So with the help of this artificial technique, it is possible in coming years to stop or to confine this type of epidemic in a particular area, or to decrease the effect of this type of epidemic or endemic in coming years. Drug repurposing and education and engagement. So again, as we know that there are a number of drugs which has been repurposed in this time of COVID. So drug which has meant for other disease like 2DG, it was invented for cancer, but now it has been used in corona. So repurposing of the drugs, again, it's a good field. With the use of AI technologies or software programs, we can find that a particular drug which has been invented for a particular disease, it can be repurposed or it can be reused for this type of diseases. So instead of human trials, we can do perform these trials on computer or simulated versions of the computers, and we can find n numbers of repurposed use of drugs. Now, education and engagement. As we deal all of we deal with the education in pharmacy, we need to see that education about the exposure of students to all the domains of pharmacy practice. Pharmacy students should be introduced to essential of the data science and fundamental of AI, which is not there in our curriculum right now. Pharmacists must be given the opportunity to learn this AI technique, and data science course in pharmacy residents with a focus on AI topic should be made available for pharmacists seeking more hand-on AI development, governments, and use. This is the need of the hour, and this is what the message I want to give through these slides, which will be there in my live site key takeaways. So, okay, so we have seen what is artificial intelligence. We have seen what is use of artificial intelligence in pharmacy. Now, how we can learn this artificial intelligence, or what type of skills are required to know or work in this field? So just a pictorial difference. So you should have three types of skill: technical skill, non-technical skill, and additional skills. So what this technical skill means, you should be aware of programming language, C++, Java, Python. So if you know this language, then we can use it. Then you should have a knowledge of linear algebra, calculus, and stats. We should have an idea about signal processing techniques, just like synapse and neurons. How the signal is processed in our brain, the signal processed through neurons. So, but in AI, it processed through artificial neurons, that is processing units. Applied maths and algorithms, we need to know a little bit of maths and probability theory, fuzzy logic, and other techniques to make the algorithms, and neural network architects. So how to build a neural network architects. These are the technical skill we need to learn if we want to go in field of AI. What are the non-technical skill we need to have? Communication, we should have good communication skill to connect with a number of scientists, the people working in the area. You should have a domain knowledge, which we already have. That is, we have a good knowledge of pharmacy, how the disease works, how the drug works, and so on, and rapid prototyping. So these are the important technique and technical and non-technical skill we should have in order to work. So what additional skills we need have? Additional skills is language, audio, and video processing. We should know that we are doing it. We are taking online classes. We are giving here online lectures. We are preparing online content. So language, audio, presentation, processing we need to Then physics, you need to know physics, because all the maximum machine works on the basic principle of physics. Reinforcement learning we should know, and computer vision. So these are additional skills. If we'll have these skills, again we will be, it will be easy for us to use these AI skills and to work on these skills. So some keynotes is that AI has the potential to improve drug approval rate and reduce the development cost and get medication to the patient faster. And it the large we have seen already, the last 10 pharmaceutical companies, they are investing on AI. So it has a huge uh, huge future in business as well as in the job opportunities. Then there are some risks where every system, as you know, that every system has advantage in this. With other common threats or the risks associated with the AI is one of it is said by the famous physics professor Stephen Hawking. He said that efforts to create machines can think a huge threat to the existence of human race, and the race to develop a complete human AI could mean that the human race will come to end in the future. He has raised this concern towards the development of AI, because he's a part of many AI functions, AI programs of Google, and which are going through the globe. So he has raised his concern. Again, as I have told, that because you have to have a number of people, it will have very high cost. Unemployment, some people think that because of this AI, that there will be a late labor will be necessary, so there may be an unemployment. But another, there is no match for human brilliant intelligence. This means how you develop a machine, it cannot be as brilliant as human intelligence. The people say like that. No improvement with experience and no original creativity. Means once you will feed the data, the computer will do the same and same thing. It is not creative, it cannot create things. But now people are working on introduction of creativity and senses in the field of AI. And the conclusion is that advance in the technology through AI tends to substantially change how care is delivered to the patients. In all the aspects of medication use process, there are opportunities to refine and augment existing pharmacy workflow to improve both safety and efficacy. The pharmacist will be necessary in learning innovation on how AI models and technology develop, validate, and activated through and tech change. There is a need to capitalize the operational gains and clinical guidance through this AI technology. And there is again, we need to carry out, pharmacy needs to continue build on education and enable the current and future generation of pharmacists and pharmacy techniques to shape the evolution or make our participation in this AI technology. The scope and impact of change to come will across the aspect of pharmacy practice, requiring continued engagement in the field. Yes, this is the slide I want to show your people, because this is the staff development program and maximum teachers are joined here, and I think a lot of students are there. What role we can play in the current situation, you and me, right now after this seminar. So we should, as a teacher, we should write to the statutory bodies, the affiliating bodies, for modification of computer codes for creating the बेस ऑफ AI इन ML एट UG लेवल. अभी हमारा जो कंप्यूटर का कोर्स है वो बहुत पुराना है, तो अभी नया रिन्यू हुआ है, बट स्टिल इट डज नॉट हैव the contents for creating. So we should write to the council and UGC and the affiliating university that there is a need to modify the computer. क्योंकि जो as a teacher, it is our prime responsibility to make our future coming pharmacist or budding pharmacist to learn this technique in coming world. Already we are running, or there is scarcity of job, there is no proper recognition in many fields of pharmacy. We should have that recognition, but we are missing. But the coming time is for AI, so we should write to our authorities by to include the computer skills, or if we are capable, if we have some idea, we should write to the affiliating body for modification there. Already Pharmacy Council of India has said that there is always chance in modification of the course or the course content they had given. अपडेशन ऑफ क्वालिफिकेशन रिक्वायरमेंट फॉर कंप्यूटर फैकल्टी. अभी कोई भी जिसने BCA किया, MCA किया, वो आपके और हमारे यहाँ कंप्यूटर पढ़ा जाएगा? नो. नाउ एज we are modifying the course, again we need a skilled person, computer faculty, and I should say that there should be a permanent computer faculty in the institution looking to the emerging needs of AI. Again, there should be addition of compulsory elective optional of AI and machine based subject. Now in 8th semester, out of 10 subject, additional subject has been given in new syllabus, and 2 subject we have to choose. So additionally there should be, but these other additional 10 subjects, none of them subject deals with AI and ML. So we should propose to our statutory bodies to include this AI and machine learning courses in our pharmacy. Additional of artificial intelligence and machine learning based subject in credit based choice system for PG program, right? We have a subject in one semester of undergraduate, but we don't have any subject in PG. In PG, you might be aware of that choice based credit system has been there in number of university we have in our university. So we should write to our affiliating university that there should be a provision should be made for choice based credit system, and in that choice based credit system we need to incorporate subjects or the courses dealing with AI and machine learning, and what we can do apart from that. This is all what we can do as a student. What we can do ourselves, what we can do is we need to do a course, online course. A number of foreign universities, they are already providing a course of AI, and I'm going to enroll soon. I am in discussion with one of the foreign university to do a 6 months course on artificial intelligence and machine learning. So we can also update ourselves uh, about machine learning and artificial intelligence. So this is how we can contribute. So the motto of selecting this topic was to just motivate all the teachers and the students who are joined on this platform that these are the things. अगर हमने ये नहीं किया तो हम और पिछड़ते चले जाएंगे. Right now we are seeing in news that the recognition that pharmacists should get today, we are not getting here in our country. But we can see that being smart people, we can see that the future is of AI and ML. So we should make our student learn this. We should, as a teacher, we should contribute to get this course in our curriculum, and we should update ourselves also. These are the references I have used. Probably I will share all the references. You can have these slides anytime. And now I would like to thank the institution Amar Shahid Baba Ajit Singh Johar Singh Memorial College of Pharmacy for providing me the opportunity to give the lecture in this STTP program and to interact with all of you. The coordinator of the program, Dr. Shailesh Sharma, he is convener and director, is convener of the program and director of the college, for providing me this opportunity to share the lecture and allowing me to give the talk on this topic to make you aware about this need of our. I am also thankful to Dr. Monica Gupta and Rahul Kumar Sharma, who might be technically assisting me to deliver this content to you, and all the faculty members of College of Pharmacy, BELA, and not but the least, I would like to do a big thank you to all of you, the teachers, the delegates, participants, and students who are hearing for your patient hearing. Now I am open for questions. If anybody has any question, you can ask me.
Thank you very much, sir. Uh, there are few questions from the side of participants that the role of artificial intelligence in healthcare system is very clear. In research and innovations, it's clear, but it will take a time. So what are some languages their faculty members or researchers want to learn before going for artificial intelligence or machine learning?
Sir, can you repeat it? I was not
सर
able to
जानना
hear it.
चाहते हैं कि कंप्यूटर की कौन सी लैंग्वेजेस को पढ़ना शुरू करें जिससे ज्यादा फायदा हो सके आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस में काम करने का.
Okay. So the most common language are C++, Python and Java. अभी तक जितने भी AI प्लेटफॉर्म है जो हेल्थ सेक्टर में यूज हो रहे हैं, उनमें ये 3 ही प्लेटफॉर्म यूज हो रहे हैं, C++, Java and Python. And it's all these language tutorials for this language is available online. You can just log in, do your registration, and most of them are free also to certain extent. उनका जो टीचिंग लेवल है वो थोड़ा लो है, लेकिन फॉर बिगिनर्स इट इज completely free. But when you have developed your interest, you can join the paid tutorials, online tutorials, and it will help you. So these are the 3 main languages you need to learn, that is C++, Java and Python.
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर. केवल एक ही क्वेरीज थी, बाकी कोई क्वेरी होंगी आपको ईमेल आईडी पर सर सेंड कर देंगे वन न्यू मैसेज.
And sorry that I have taken 10 minutes extra from the scheduled time.
No issue, no issue, no issue, sir.
Again, thanking
Sir,
you so
one
much.
more question from Deepti B. Patel, madam, and she
Please.
wants to know what are the other resources to know about artificial intelligence in pharmaceutical field.
So, madam, the best thing is I'm sharing my slides. I have also prepared these slides from internet. So you can Google it, on if you want. You can personally take my number and call me. I will share you. There are different fields in AI. It's a very large field. So, in which specific field you want to know about more on AI? So, if I have contacts, I have few friends from pharmacy who are working abroad, but they are working on different. Some are working on, some are they are working on diagnostic, some they are working on the dissolution models, some are working on finding target. So it's a very broad field, so it will be very difficult. So we need to make a specific in which field we want to know that. You can contact me. A lot of information, I think so, most of the information is available there in internet. And I would be reminding an IPC in Chandigarh. Dr. Sailesh was also there. I heard a lecture of use of artificial intelligence in pharma production by Dr. Professor Sharanjit Singh from Sniper Mohali. So if you have any contact, you can contact him. I heard that lecture, but unfortunately I don't have the slides of that lecture. It was a very good lecture and it inspired me first. It was my first interaction to AI in the field of pharma. From that, I got motivated to learn on that. So this is the way. And if you have any specific field you want to know, you can contact me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And in the last, I conclude today's talk as in my words that the uses of artificial intelligence is pharma field has been relatively slow, however unknown to many, but it offers immense benefits in the future. The artificial intelligence is regarded as one of the leading digital transformation technologies in the evolving faster than ever. We have entered a decade of machine learning, and though the whole concept of integrating artificial intelligence powered technology seem far-fetched to some, the potential of its benefit is very real. We are going to elaborate on artificial intelligence and how it works, so those of us who may be unfamiliar with its application in the pharmaceutical industry, it may help in some severe diseases like Alzheimer's, ALS patients. It is used AI to develop the affordable drugs also, executing artificial intelligence to find better cures, leveraging artificial intelligence to treat rare diseases, using image recognition for drug adherence. The future of artificial industries is very bright in pharma industries, in the drug research and drug delivery improvement, high accuracy in the epidemic prediction. I wrap up the talk today as no one can accurately predict to what the degree of artificial intelligence powered technique can impact the pharmaceutical industry. Though the technology may still be in its early stage and emerging, one can safely say the artificial intelligence is going to transform the industry at very high level. Artificial intelligence will likely benefit pharma companies that internalize the technology, helping them continue to develop cures and treatment options. In short, the application of the same can help companies become more efficient and stay ahead for the competition. So thank you very much, sir, for your being presence in AICTE sponsored short-term training program phase 4 organized by COP BELA.
Thank you so much, sir. Again, and I would like to request you to circulate my email ID because
Sure, sir.
so that if anybody has any hesitation right now because of the short of the time, they might not have asked their queries. They can contact me in person, and you can also you can also share my number. You already have, so they can
Yes, sir.
talk to me, and we can do a good thing on that. Thank you so
Yes.
much for the
Thank
opportunity.
you.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
day. Thank you so much, one and all. I am leaving, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, okay. Have a good day.
There is an information for the participants. Sir, this is your certificate, sir, e-certificate. We will send you by
Yeah,
WhatsApp or email right
yeah.
now.
So I'm very happy that after giving a lecture on AI, the use of AI has been done by your college and your personal efforts. That I'm seeing my certificate at here. This is one of the use of AI. So this
Yes,
is
sir.
how we hope so that disease can be cured and we get solution for many problems. Thank you so much. I received my certificate. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much for
sir.
the acknowledgement.
So the information for the participants ki next session is taken by Dr. Neeraj Upmanyu, Dean Pharmacy, Pupil University Bhopal on National Education Policy 2020. So we all join together for this session at 11:30 a.m. Thank you very much.